Don't forget to press the subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay up to date with all our videos. Alright, so welcome back, and let's quickly do the front end stuff, and we will create the UI for sign up and sign in first of all. So sign up, this is our component, so I'll have an uppercase sign up, not sing, it's sign up.js. It should be, I could have made it as a folder, but that's fine. Okay, and sign in.js, and we can even have feed.js. Great. So first of all, import real functional component, and this is just a UI thing. I'll try to be as quick as possible. So this is an arrow function, and let's look at the library which we will be using. So I'll just go back to the grid. It's here, and as we are in sign up right now, sign in, so I'll create a box first of all. There will be an outer box, so class name equals to out sign in or box, and we don't need any of the other ones, so I'll get rid of all of them. Outer box, and these boxes are supposed to be border radius, and I'll have 10 pixel box shadow 0, y-axis is 2 pixel, 10 pixel, and RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.6. Okay, they should work. I'll have one more of this, so okay, this is not bad. A pixel, 0 pixel, great. And inside of sign in, I will have two of the icon inputs. So where are the inputs? It is supposed to be text input, and I'll use the default one. So I'll use the default with a placeholder, and I want something on top as well, like permanent. I don't want I want a label as well. So file email, okay. This is so strange, they don't give you the placeholder, but that's fine. I'll have an, okay, this thing is working. File type with icon text area. Okay, this thing is working fine. So I'll take this guy and let's see how to use it. So it's gonna be just as simple as this. So text input from materialize, so import text input from React materialize. I think we haven't added this library, so first of all we need to add this library. So it's gonna be as simple as this, and I'll create a new one. So for the CSS we will need to, I guess, import the CSS, but let's try if this works without it. So till this guy is importing, let's look at the documentation, and I think I saw something like that, so that's why I'm saying. Okay, this internet connection is so slow, I don't know why. Alright, so get started. This is just a welcome installation. See, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm not exactly sure if I need to do this, but Yeah, let's see if this doesn't work. We will try that. React. Yeah, I think it's still installing. Okay, till we wait on this one, let's try creating something in the sign up. It's gonna be the same as sign in. So outer box, which is fine. Text input, first name. This will be it's a sign up, right? So last name. This will be email address, email, and password. Okay, email, which is good. All right, and okay, so for feed one, we might have to use like grid. So it's something like this, right? So we'll have one thing occupying this space and the other one taking the space, and we can even have this place empty. So we'll be taking care of that in this grid. So let's copy and paste the whole thing, and let's see how are we going to use the grid. So for the grid one, I will go to the default show info row column, and this is how it is. So let's try that the outer one will be container, and this will be row. So container is going to give it the spacing, and row will be, if you know Bootstrap, you can relate this. Okay, so column, we just need like 3 columns. One will be empty and one will be the profile, one will be feed, and this one will be empty. Alright, so if this guy is installed, we can do something, but it's taking too long. Alright, so let's do one thing. I'll wait for him to install, and most probably I'll even try to get the React CSS working, because if it is required, I'll show you what are the steps. So let me wait for this. I'll pause the video and I'll see you in a while. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so the installation is completed, and one thing I realized that I will have to import the materialize. So let's import materialize CSS, materialize from the CDN. So what we are going to do here, this thing won't work because I tried to have this text input, but without the CSS it's not working. So if I add in CSS manually, it will work, and you need to make sure that the CSS is before your app CSS, because this will overwrite any styling in Materialize. So we would like to have custom styling to overwrite it. So you need to make sure that your custom CSS is after the import. Okay, so let me go into the CDN stuff, and I can use these two things. So if I go into my public, first of all, let me get rid of all of them. I don't really want all of them because API thing is done. We need the components, right? So I'm here, and in my public in HTML, okay, so I will add this guys here. So what's going to happen is they're going to take all the JS functionalities as well as the CSS. So this is great. This is something what we were looking for, and let's go ahead and create the sign up thing. Okay, this is working, and outer box is supposed to have some padding, so I'm gonna keep this as well as the app CSS, and padding equals to around 20 pixel, and width will be I think I should have just 200. 200 is more than enough. So let's see how it is, and we would like to have it in the center, right? So 200 is too less. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me have these two guys side by side. Left. Okay, on the right will be our environment. So where is it? Okay, it's here. Okay, great. So I don't want this, and we don't even need this, guys. The console at this point. So okay, this is the outer one. So style margin auto. So this will force it to go in the center. This box will come in the center once it reloads, I guess. And CSS width 400. Okay. Style margin left auto. Margin right auto. Okay, this is not working, so I'll have to use, I might use flex. So display flex, align items to center. Okay, so for some reason this guy is not going in the center. Let's see what it is. Border 2 pixel solid red. Okay. Alright, so I think it's not reloading this JS. Okay, if I reload it, let's see what happens. Am I working in the wrong directory? It's a sign up. And that is true. I'm working in the wrong directory. It is a sign in and I'm working on sign up. So I'll go ahead and change this to sign up. Okay, it's not imported, so I'll have to import it first, and now it should look like the one which we are expecting. This is good. And where is that? It's this. It didn't come in the center because it's supposed to be justify content. So this is the way you bring your block in the center. And there's just because we were not able to do it, so I used flex. But apart from flex, if you want to bring it in center, you can use auto. If you have auto, where did that thing go? Okay, margin sign up. Okay, it's supposed to come in the center, but even text align will work. Center. This is so strange. It's not working. Usually it works, but let's see the border. Border 2 pixel solid red. Okay, it's taking the whole width. And okay, so if I want to use text align, it's supposed to be on the outer box. So no, that's not true. Outer box is not gonna take care of that, but margin left center auto, margin right auto. Okay, anyway, I'll just stick with the flex one at the moment, but I'll show you how it works. So let me go back to the previous thing. Okay, perfect. This is working, so we don't need to worry too much about it. And I'll do the same thing and sign in. So first name, last name, we don't want that. And that's okay. This is good. The feed one, we will have 3 columns. So if I go and add feed here, feed imported from there, and it should have, okay, see, it has 3 things, but there's an issue because we haven't given any spacing or any sizing to it. So let's see how are we going to give the size. So it's in the grid, and you need to give it S1, or for medium it is going to be M, large XL. So for all of our things, extra small or small will be 12. And one thing you need to remember is it's not 12, it's 16, because this is divided in 16 parts. So let me show you where exactly it is. Oh, no, that was of a different library. That was semantic UI. Okay, this is 12. This is great. Alright, so where is it? Okay, it's here. So we'll use profile with 4, and I think we can even use 3. Small, for the small one it will be 12, sorry. 12, small, we'll have to take care of this later, but medium will be 3, medium will be 6 or 7, I can take 7, and medium will be 12, no, 2, class name, teal, so this is just a background color, so class name, teal, I'll have the same one for the third one. Okay, red, orange. Okay, so it's divided as we expected it to, and okay, so I think we can get rid of this empty because we don't have that much space. So what we will do is we will give this 4 and give this guy 8 spacing, and we'll get rid of empty, because I thought that we will be having enough space, but we don't have it. So this will be the profile section, this will be the feed section, and it's gonna go to infinite height because we don't really know how much it will be, the feed, how long it will be. Okay, so this is great. We have the feed component, we have the sign in component, and we have the sign up component. So in the app.js, we now need to figure out that how are we going to switch between different components. But before that, let me just add one more component to it, which is going to be the navbar component. So that navbar component is supposed to be an app. So if I do div, and I'll have to get the navbar component from React Materialize, and it's gonna be here, right aligned. I don't mind it to be right aligned because yeah, when it's big, this is good because here we will have logout or something, and here will be our logo. So this is good, and I'll copy the whole thing from here. So we have this navbar, and you know what, I can even have a separate component for it, and which I will do that. Okay, so it's not a separate component but a reusable or something, I can say, like reusable. We can use this for any of for different purposes. So navbar.js functional component. I'll get rid of this. Okay, navbar. So import navbar from React Materialize. Navbar. Okay, we will even need to import this guy, icon. So icon, nav item. Okay, great. This is working as we expected. So style, I'll show you one more thing. So background will be, let's keep it red. Let's see what happens here. This is just a warning that that's supposed to be something, so we'll just have google.com. Alright, so in the app.js we will have, instead of this outer div, I'll just have navbar. Navbar. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so we don't want this to go all the way. So we want it to stay here, right? But we want the background to be preserved. So how are we going to do that? We can do it inside of this guy, and we'll have container. Container. We will import it from Materialize, and inside of this container, so it's going to be stretching just till where we want it. So now the thing is, we don't want a blank or a white area here, right? So what we can do here is we can simply give it a style, and that will be background will be transparent. Let's see if this works. Alright, it didn't work because it's supposed to be background color. Okay, let's see. Alright, so this is not working as expected, but there's one way of doing it, and that is give it a class name, because style is not going to take any style, but it will take class name. So class name will be navbar, and I'll have a custom name, so custom navbar. Okay, and I'll use this name inside my app.js, app CSS, to change the styling. Okay, so background color will be transparent. Let's see if this changes something. Great, see, it is working. But now the thing is that we have this thing, right? So what I think that this is a box shadow or something. So let's try that. Box shadow 0 0 0 transparent. Let's see. Okay, great, we got rid of that box shadow, so we don't really need that, and this is looking good. And I think I'll just have royal blue as our background. So royal blue, and great, this is working, and we'll even get rid of the get started. So I'll just do this, and I'll have log out. Okay, so perfect, this is great. So enough for this video, and in the next video we'll start showing components and start working with the functionality. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.